Hi everyone, Jess here. I hope you're well. Welcome to your collective weekly intuitive Reiki healing. This is for the 8th until the 14th of July. How are you guys doing? Thank you for being patient while I took a week off. For those of you who are back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive. For those of you who are new, welcome. The way that my weeklies work is I pull 3 cards. I've been pulling from the Shadowscapes Tarot for quite some time now, actually, and it's still been holding strong. I've been really enjoying the messages it's been giving for the collective and the energy transfer that I have with it. And then that just sets the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing, and intuitive messages come up in the process. If you're new to Reiki or energy healing of any kind, welcome. For Reiki, it is an energy healing modality that will never deplete, it will never cause anyone harm, has nothing to do with my energy at all, actually. I am just a channel and a conduit, but it does have to do with your willingness to collaborate with it, not to work hard. Just be willing to receive. A lot of the healing happens in our subconscious. It's 95% of us that we're completely unaware of. And so there is trust and faith to be had in that. But that doesn't mean that you won't receive conscious sensations, tinglies, temperature changes, emotional releases, epiphanies. You might fall asleep. You might just feel a little more peaceful. You might feel energized. What you need is what will happen. Okay? And if you feel the call to come back to receive the healing again, listen to that call. You know, doing this from a distance is equally as powerful, which is why we can do these videos together. And when they're pre-recorded like this, it is a really nice gift to come in, perhaps receive a message you didn't receive the first time, or tap into a new level of the healing that's being unlocked for you. So welcome, welcome. I have a whole new background. I'm feeling very, I'm feeling a little hermity, kind of that hermit energy from the tarot. How are you guys feeling? You know, one of the reasons why I took this last week off is, you know, we've had a lot of aspects coming in astrologically. We had a really, really beautiful new moon in Cancer recently. Saturn went into retrograde. Neptune went into retrograde. We had the Sirius gateway, which was supercharging our sun and its capacity. You know, lots happening, but you know, I know a lot has been happening for a long time, but the lot that is happening now is very different. We've had an extreme amount of masculine energy coming in. And for those of you who are not familiar with these terms, I'm not speaking to gender. I'm speaking to the sacred masculine energy, all of which, all of us have that within us, as well as our divine feminine. And the masculine energy is, you know, the container that holds things. It's the structure. It is the inspired action, right? While the femininity, our divine feminine aspects of ourselves, allow us to be more in a receptive state, allow us to be nurturing, to shift into the sitting in our creative nature. While in terms of creativity, that creativity is then built into the inspired action. We utilize our sacred masculine, you know, to push that creativity out into the world in a meaningful way. The reason why I say all this is that this last week we had, after almost the whole first half of the year having a lot of masculine energy, fast forward movement, unstoppable, you can't stop it, it's inevitable, that kind of stuff. This past week had almost no masculine energy at all. It was very feminine. It was not a time to force work. It was a time to nourish yourself. We're still in it. We're still in it. The words that I continue to use, especially around that Cancer new moon for myself, is soft and squishy. It's an emotional time, but not necessarily, it wasn't an intense emotional time for all of us. Some of us possibly, but it was a little bit more about sitting into our bodies and feeling that soft vulnerability and, listening to what we really needed and comforting ourselves and self-soothing. And, that was really, those were the actions that really could be incredibly supported in this time. So let me know in the comments how you've been feeling the past week, and how those aspects have been, treating you. Some people feel really good. I think generally speaking, there's a lot of fatigue right now. I know I've been really tired, while at the same time, internally have been feeling a lot of creative ideas starting to come up because I've been sitting in the receptivity of really receiving them. And so there's a part of me where my vessel, my body is going, nope, just no, 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 no. Just soothe, nourish, recharge. You'll get there. While internally, I'm going, oh, I have all these ideas, right? And so if you're with me, sit in the patience, sit in the gentility, sit in the self-love. Yeah. Okay, guys. Off my soapbox. Sometimes I like to do little astrological check-ins. And speaking of, as I'm cutting the card and getting ready to pull for us, I am still in the brainstorming process of my memberships. For those of you that were interested, I've been getting more requests for energy check-ins, astrological chats for those extra perks, as well as extended or more specialized healing. So I think I'm going to put my focus into that, and I'll let you know when I start to bring things up in terms of memberships. But what that will look like is a monthly membership where you'll have access to additional healings and chats and things like that monthly, that wouldn't be available free in public to everyone. So just little extra perks, and I plan to make it affordable for all, and just a nice way for us to continue to build this amazing community that's building on my channel. And thank you so much for being here. All right, guys. Let's pull in 3 cards for the collective. 1, 2, 3 cards for the collective. One more, please. 3. Thank you. All right. And those of you that are new, I check on my audio now and then just because I've had, wowza. Ooh, we got some cards today. Because I've had some audio cutouts. I now just get a little bit hyper aware of making sure that those are not going to be at play. So, guys, some really strong energy this week. And I'm feeling it already as I'm looking at the cards. So allow me to just sit with this for a couple seconds before I show you. Okay. Before the messages come spewing out, let's show the cards and just prep for Reiki. For Reiki. Little speech impediment there. We've got the 7 of Wands. We have the Tower. And we have Judgment. You feel it? Now, every now and then I look at the bottom of the deck, and I did get the 8 of Wands, bottom of the deck. Very interesting there. Again, let's prep for Reiki first. You're not going to work when you receive Reiki. I just invite for you to get really present with yourself and just drop into your body. Take a breath. Remember, you don't have to do anything but just to be here. Okay? So whatever happens for you is what happens. And we're going to take a moment and thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for the collective. So 2 weeks ago, we had some throat chakra stuff, and I'm already feeling it again. But I'm feeling that if this is a continuation of that message, that for those of you who haven't had that throat chakra release yet, there's going to be some sort of a catalyst this coming week, or we're finally going to feel ready to allow that truth to come out. And I want to reiterate from last time that for some of you, that wasn't necessarily some public display or communicating to another. Some of it is to yourself. Like, there's actually a large group of you where that really feels, yeah, it really feels like the truth, the expression is something that you're really communicating to yourself first and foremost. And it's helping you to have a perspective shift here. This tower does not feel like some awful crumbling down of something, although I believe that some of you, a good amount of you, are experiencing great change. Some of you have experienced a loss of some kind, or a huge transition that you weren't expecting. But this tower doesn't feel like that. This tower feels like, in the aftermath of that, you're experiencing a very profound perspective shift. And I think that, that is a good group of you. And I'm also picking up on a lot of different threads here, because some of you, there could be a different kind of tower moment, right? What I'm seeing, I'm feeling like a lot of different threads and complexities with these two cards. I feel an energy of needing to stand up for what you believe is right. Excuse me, I apologize. And I also feel an energy of resolution. And so you may all be at different phases of this, but there's some sort of fairness that is coming out of a situation. Wow, this just feels really strong, you guys. So thank you for being patient with my pauses. I'm feeling a lot coming into my body with this one that I'm needing to kind of suss out. Some of you are in a phase of finding your expression, allowing yourself to really stand up for what you believe is right, speak your truth, whatever that might mean to you and in your situation. Some of you have been feeling like you're doing that for a very long time, and there is resolution coming, there's absolution coming, there's an idea of like, okay, the work paid off, in some aspect. Man, for a lot of you, this feels like solely internal, though. It's really fascinating. I think a lot of us are doing like soul retrieval work and a deepening into like authentic soul self. I think we've had a big theme about authenticity on this channel for a good year now, figuring out who we are. I think a lot of us, what this feels like, you guys, and I'm sorry, I'm not feeling as eloquent today, so I hope this is coming across. What this combination feels like is your authenticity, you having a massive perspective shift about something or multiple things about yourself, Bear with me. Bear with me. That it's really the judgment aspect, the throat chakra aspect, is you finally taking it from the internal to the external. And I like what's coming up is like there's something about like being accepted by another, or being accepted by a group or a community or a job, or like I'm picking up on seeking external validation for some of you, and it's more about let's come inward, right? And really find peace within yourself. Okay, now something else that's coming up and screaming with this card is mindfulness, coming into the present moment. I personally am finding such power in going back to the basics of mindfulness meditation, really coming back to the now, coming back to the, oh no, okay, I caught myself, I'm in the past or I'm in the future. Okay, what is right now? And just being in that moment. And every time you find it, you feel this little like a little extra breath of peace. Right now in this moment is a gift. And the more we can bring ourselves back to that, the more that we can. I think a few weeks ago we had a theme of lots of distraction. I think a lot of you are still dealing with that, and that mindfulness can really help to bring you back. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Yeah, this one's feeling a little intense in a different way. Let's tap in with your chakras. Yeah. We got throat, we've got crown, we've got heart, we've got solar, guys. Oh yeah, we've got a little sacral. We've really got solar. That's coming up. Ooh, okay. That's where we're going to start. What's really interesting is for the first time I'm looking at this tower card, and look at the top here with all, I mean, there's yellow and gold in throughout the card, but look at the top. This golden yellow of the solar plexus is really calling out to me in this tower, in this internal self perspective shift. And, you know, right now it might be feeling really uncomfortable and really yucky. But there's this resolution, there's this balance, there's this clarity. There's this clarity that's coming from it, or it's already starting to arrive. Let's tap in with your solar plexus, because what I think that this is doing, if we continue to stay present with it and on its path and just trust and have faith and not try to control the situation, because that's coming up, it's really going to help to balance our solar plexus and expand it. Calling your energy back. Call your energy back. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's this serious gateway. I'm feeling a lot of sun energy lately, which I love because I have a sun behind me. But I'm feeling so much fire off of you guys today. And I'm trying to, it honestly feels very different to each person. Some, it's like a heat release. Some, you're working with the sun, calling on its energy to support you in your creativity, in your vibrancy, in your energy. Some of you are dealing with this fatigue I was talking about and are just quite simply calling your energy back. So let's just take a moment on our solar plexus and take some breaths into that kind of upper navel area where the diaphragm is. Feel it all the way around your body, not just the front, okay? Three-dimensionally, expanding, not forcing, just being. And here's a mindfulness practice in and of itself. Just be here with your solar plexus right now. See if there's anything it wants to say. This is where we hold our confidence, our self-worth, our enoughness. It's also where we hold our healthy anger, right? Rage, when it turns into rage, that's going to be stored down more into the root chakra. Yeah, some of us definitely are needing to find some outlets of healthy anger release. Healthy anger release. What does that look like to you, right? How can we release that anger and let it move through our body? Sometimes it can be through dance or, you know, the good old like getting a foam bat and, beating a couch with it, punch a pillow, Oh, and you know what's very interesting, you guys, with this throat chakra? Some of you need to scream. And that's a really, really great way for you to release this anger. Go into your car, put your face in a pillow, whatever you need to do to really allow it to come out so that you're not taking it out on yourself or taking it out on another. That's when it's going to become a little bit more, you'll feel it drop down into your root if that's the case. Right now, I'm feeling solar plexus. It's healthy, right? Anger is not an unhealthy emotion. We just want to really create a good relationship with it. And we want to feel that it's regulated and that we understand it. But we need to feel anger sometimes, right? It's important for us to understand why we feel anger sometimes when our needs aren't getting met, right? What's the difference to you between frustration and anger? So this is all really interesting that it turned into a little bit of an emotional release idea. Solar plexus is the big one. Because even though some other chakras came up, you guys, solar plexus is really calling out the most. I'm not going to really go deep into the others right now. Plus, we're already pretty deep in with our time. Take a few more breaths, just feeling that area starting to glow with warmth a little bit more. Because if there's something that you really want to stand up for and you're suppressing it and you're not allowing that anger to come out in a healthy way, it will get suppressed, it will get stored. It's either going to harm your body or you're going to take it out on someone else in a more unhealthy, reactive way. Okay? So, yeah, anger release is needed for a lot of us. An internal perspective shift. Okay, whoa, this is now coming in really clearly. Some of you are angry at yourself. And that's why I'm feeling the heart too. That's okay. Just if that's the case, don't stay there too long. If you're unfamiliar with forgiveness meditation techniques, I would highly recommend checking out like Ho'oponopono technique. It's a beautiful one. I've actually been meaning to record one for us, so hopefully I'll have that up for you guys soon. Forgiveness of the self, forgiveness of others. Yeah, anger release, forgiveness, self-perspective shift. These are the themes, you guys. Wow, a lot of channeling in this one, you guys. A lot of messages coming through. Hope it all made sense for you. Phew. Okay, let's take a final breath together. We're going to focus on that color gold for the solar plexus. If you don't vibe with that, you can always focus on a white light coming down into your body. We're going to take a breath in together, hold it at the top with a nice relaxed body, not forcing it, and we're going to feel that color coming into our system and healing us, okay? So let's exhale, get all the air out. Slow inhale in through the nose. Hold it at the top, feeling the golden yellow coming into your body. It's vibrating, it's charging up all of your cells, and it's really rejuvenating you, clearing out the debris, bringing clarity into your system, clarity into the self, clarity into yourself. Let's take a big exhale, push out what doesn't serve you. Clarity into the self, clarity of the self. Yeah, a lot of us are going through some pretty beautiful, massive upgrades in terms of truly understanding who we are. As a self-love life coach, I'm just like, I love saying that out loud. That's just so beautiful, you guys. And if you feel like you're really hungry for that and you just don't know where to go, know that I'm here for you. All my links are down below. This is actually the work that I do, and I just love that it's coming up so strongly for us because it's time. Yeah. Can you tell I feel passionate about it? It's really time for all of us to drop into that self-love in a deeper way, to understand what that term even means. It's so overly saturated and overly used, and I wish I could find a new definition of it, or a new term to use, but I instead try and stick with that term and help us to really discover what that means. Yeah. Let's take a moment, lock your energy up nice and tight into that solar plexus chakra. We're never putting on armor, we're never guarding, okay? You have free will. Don't forget, you have free will to let in whatever you like, but right now we're going to say what does not serve me, kindly stay out, and what's mine is mine. Whew, right there, I felt a nice super upcharge of the solar plexus. If you guys are feeling that area kind of expanding right now, or almost can feel like you ate a big meal and it's kind of up a little high, if you're feeling that expansion, breathe into it, sit with it. It might be a little uncomfortable because you're not used to it, but that's beautiful. Sit with it, drink a lot of water. Okay? Guys, that's so gorgeous. I hope this healing was helpful. Drop a like, drop a comment, okay? If you haven't subscribed to this beautiful community, I hope you will. Hope to see you again. Share this video with someone who you think it could support, someone specifically who's focusing on some identity issues or deepening into their self-love and authenticity, learning more about themselves. Please share if you feel so inclined. Guys, thank you so much for your donations. I appreciate you so much. And if you have the means and you found this supportive, you can either find links for it down below or you can leave a super thanks in the comments. I appreciate you so much for that. All the information for my one-on-one work is down below as well. Deep dive immersions, one-on-one healings, meditation, breath work, all the stuff. Check out my self-love program called The Shift. If you're not quite yet thinking that you're wanting the deep dive one-on-one work, but you're wanting something to do at your own pace, The Shift is that first step. So I hope you'll check that out. It's very digestible, and loving and gentle. Is that all that I got? I think so. Keep your eye out for my upcoming Reiki trainings coming up in August. Virtual and in person, both are equally as powerful. If you have any questions about any of these things, you can use the contact page on my website. Okay, guys, I am sending you so much love. I feel this massive, massive shift. I just feel like I need to stay with my eyes closed because I'm feeling so much in my body right now that bringing vision into it is quite overstimulating. I'm not going to lie, but it's a powerful upgrade. I'm very proud of all of you who are awakening to this and doing this type of work, and you deserve it. You deserve it. Okay? So guys, I love you and I will see you next time.